and Periscope land, and in YouTube land. Everybody, good morning. Happy Sunday. It's the beginning of a new week. So how's everybody doing with your new week and your new day? It's a new day. It's a great day. This is a great day to be alive. Don't you love that attitude? Today is a great day. Not just a good day. It's a great day. So let's get in here and have some greatness today. Find this. Hi, Deirdre. Deirdre, you just keep winning that number one spot, don't you? I think you like being number one. Let's see if we can get the rest of the family in here now. Okay, I'm trying to find us. Oh, we are on EWN, Enlightened Living. Okay, I'm getting there. Scrolling. You shared it. Thank you, Deirdre. I'm trying to find it so I can share it. There it is. Okay, let's see who all we can get in. Let's call everybody in. Roll call. Where's our Sally and Tony? Let's call them in this morning. There's Suzanne. Good morning, Suzanne. Where's Kathy? Let's call people in here. Get them in. Get them up. So how y'all doing? It's Sunday. I did not want to get up out of bed this morning. Good morning, Tammy Fisk. Okay, I'm still sharing. Carol Allen, good morning to you and cheers. All right, let's do, how y'all drinking your coffee? I drink my coffee with cream only, no sugar. So how about you guys? Are you drinking coffee? Are you drinking tea? And what do you put in it? Good morning, Muro on Periscope. Good to see some Periscope people jumping in this morning. And I'm still sharing. Please help me share this. I don't remember where I shared it to. Okay. Da, da, da. There. Okay. All right. So it's shared. A bit of honey and cream. So are you drinking tea then, Carol? I have had coffee with honey and cream before, believe it or not. But I'm drinking Kona coffee this morning with cream, and it is so good. Deirdre, I have to plant my flower today, but on our property, we're not even allowed to walk on the grass, let alone dig a hole. Any suggestions? Is there a park nearby or someplace that you can do it off the property? I have also put mine in water, like I used to live beside of a canal. So there have been many times I would take my flower out and put it in the canal for the canal water to take it away, and it would end up somewhere, either stay in the water or end up on the ground somewhere. So that's one suggestion. Let's see, what else? Access to ride, no park is near you. Okay. Well, you don't have to dig a hole, though, It should, if the lawn maintenance people are not coming by regularly, it should just stay on the ground until it gets covered up by snow or disintegrates. So yeah, you have to bury it. You don't have to dig a hole for it. You can just place it on the ground. So maybe just do that. Good morning, Hope Wellington Marshall. So good to see you on here, honey. Happy Sunday. Good morning, Luz. Oh, love and light to you also, Hope. How are you doing these days? How are you feeling? I know you've changed your routine and you're doing your dialysis at home. How is that working out for you? Because I'm hoping that it's working out really well for you to be there with your son. Tammy, no coffee for me. Never liked the taste much, but it always smelled so good. You know, I love the smell of coffee. I said if they ever make, and they probably have, but if there's a coffee smelling room spray, I would definitely be one to invest in that and have it smell like coffee because I just love the smell of it and I love the taste of it. I have drank it all different ways, but I really prefer it hot and with cream. I call it white coffee. That's the way my daddy had his, and that's how I got started drinking coffee. He would let me drink some of his coffee. It was a treat for me to drink his coffee. And so that's how I've just always done mine. I have drank it black, but not my preference. Okay, and I do love tea as well. Good morning, Stacy and Hope. I can't wait to see what the end of your sentence is. And we'll see what that is. But it's a new week. It's a new day. Many times I'll listen to Abraham, that little recording that Abraham did. It's a great day. This is a great day. This is a great morning. It's a good morning, whatever I make it. Then that's the whole idea, that's the whole thought behind that little recording. And it makes you think that you have the choice. You have the choice of how you're going to make your morning. And for some of you, like Hope, it's afternoon. So you had the choice of what kind of morning you had. And then now, what will you do with the rest of the day? And Carol, mine is Kona. I love Kona coffee. It is my absolute favorite. I told Jean L'Oreal I would bring some with me when I come visit her next week. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's only a week away and I'll be in Texas. Deirdre says Trader Joe's makes a good coffee. That they do. I've had Trader Joe's coffee before, and it is really good coffee. Stacy, we're going to walk on the beach, then for breakfast, and then shopping. That sounds like a great plan. And I don't know, how cold is it there? Because it may not be such a great walk on the beach if it's cold and windy. But it'll be what you make it, right? If you enjoyed that, then that's what it will be. Stacy, you're going to have to find that coffee. The Kona coffee is delicious. It really is. It's very smooth. It's not strong. I don't know if you can find it strong. I like Colombian coffee. That's what I've drank most of my life. But when I found Kona, it was like, yeah, that's the coffee I prefer. It's 63 degrees. That's not too bad. And I say that because I think it's like 20 degrees outside. Let me see. Oh my God, I shouldn't have looked. It's 10 degrees outside where I am, Stacy. So you are a lot warmer than Colorado right now. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's 10 degrees. It's going to be a high of 37 today. And we do have snow. We have snow on the ground. I watched it snow some last night. I just sat and looked and watch the white stuff come down. And it's so beautiful. I really enjoy watching it snow. I enjoy seeing it on the ground. I do not enjoy walking in it, and I don't drive in it. Okay. So if it stays snowy, I may be here for Christmas. Just kidding. I got to get out of here. I love it. I absolutely love Colorado. Colorado is one of the most beautiful places that I have ever been. The mountains here are different than any mountain. These Rocky Mountain ranges are incredible, and it's like they go on forever. You see one mountain, but behind that mountain there are so many more, and just gorgeous. Stacy, you watched it rain yesterday. I like that too. I like being inside and watch the rain come down. I used to do that at my apartment. I had a lot of windows, so I would just sit and watch the rain. And I love to watch thunderstorms from inside, not from outside. That I don't like to do, but I like to wade through mud puddles and stomp in the mud puddles and splash. Anybody else like just being a kid? That's what it is, isn't it? Just that freedom to be a kid again and just play. You know, you watch little kids sometimes outside, and they like to just stomp in those mud puddles, and it brings back that memory of when we did that. And why can't we still do that as adults? We certainly can, but for the most part, we try to avoid the mud puddles, don't we? We walk around them or over them if we can. But what fun to just stomp in the mud puddle, just to make a splash and enjoy that moment of, look at what I can do. I love it. Okay, so what we got going on? Carol Ann said it's going to be near 60 today. I want to walk in the park today as they are predicting snow on Wednesday. Yeah, we're going to get more snow again tomorrow. I think it's supposed to snow. So I don't know how much snow is going to end up on the ground here. As long as they keep those major roads open so that when I do head out of Colorado, I won't have any problem on the road. That's what I care about. Of course, I care about the people here and having to drive in it. But yeah, I think it's time for me to get out of Colorado before I get snowed in and can't get out. Good morning, Kathy Hand. And Stacy, you enjoyed Colorado. Yeah, it is. If any of you have not been to Colorado, I really highly suggest it. It is just, it's beautiful. I've made the statement many times now. God did his best work out here. It's magnificent, every bit of it. I watched my first sunset the other day. I went to a little scenic overlook and watched the sunset, and I filmed that, did a live, because the colors, and even after I got off the live, the colors just kept changing. I kept taking pictures. I didn't want to leave because every moment the sky was changing to a different color, and it went from pinks to oranges to dark red. It was just so beautiful. And Hope says, I feel like I've gotten a lot more of my life back, especially when it comes to being here for my son, Azena. So that has been a true blessing. Still in a little pain where they removed the line access from my neck. Hoping when the stitches come out on Tuesday, it will feel a lot better. Hope, please let us know what time you'll be going for that appointment. We do have a prayer and healing list now for the family. So anyone can place yourself or others on that list at any time. Just put them on there for a blessing so that we can all lift them up together. Okay. And Stacy says, yes, but like a kid, when I was a kid, not sitting on video games. Yeah. Don't we wish that more of our children would get out and play in the puddles instead of sitting in front of their computers? I think that would That would be a whole different world, wouldn't it, if they experienced the things like that we did when we were children. Marianne, good morning. And Stacy says, I know Iowa is getting tons of snow. Don't think I'm heading that direction. I'm heading south. So I'll be heading through New Mexico and then into Texas from there. Jean Lorio, good morning, good morning. Oh no, Jean, my alarm clock wakes me up. And this morning it was so funny. I had set the alarm on my iPad, but I left it in the living room area and I went to bed and I woke up to the alarm and I'm going, Jesus, sounds so far away. And I reach over and pick up my phone and it's not going off. And I'm going, whose alarm is going off? I forgot that I had set the other one. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I got myself up this morning because it's going to be a full day. And I love Sundays. I do love Sundays. I've always had a good feeling on Sundays. It's that first day of the week. It's a new week. Like when you get something new in your life, don't you cherish it? Don't you want to really enjoy whatever that newness is about it? That's how I am with Sundays. It's like, oh, yay, I have this brand new day and brand new week. And what will I do with this week? It's my last week here in Colorado, so I want to make it special and just do something wonderful every day. Every day. If it wasn't snowing, I'd be going to the park every day because they have beautiful parks here. They have beautiful walking trails. And I want to visit with some of the friends that I made here while I was here. I would love to see Meg again. I would love to go sit in her sanctuary. She told me I can come over there anytime and meditate in the sanctuary. So I'll have to figure out if I can get there with the snow on the ground. Isabel, good morning to you. And Hope says, oh yes, I do know, just awaiting confirmation of time. Okay, yeah, as soon as you know when you're going to be doing that, just let us all know because we want to surround you with love and healing energy while you're going through that. And Stacy says, yes, you won't be heading that way, but Josh's family in Iowa are not happy. Yeah, it's one of those things every winter. Yeah, the people that live here just know, okay, we're going to have to put up with this, right? What Ruth has told me about Colorado is this is the pattern that it snows and then it warms back up to whatever it'll get to and all the snow melts and then they do it all over again. So that's their pattern through winter. It's not like the snow comes in and then that's it. They're in snow for the rest of the winter. It comes and goes. But I'm not going to stick around for all of that coming and going. I'm going to be heading out and so excited that I'll be back on the road again. And I'll let you all know exactly when I hit the road so you can keep me in your prayers. Oh, Deirdre, I love those words. She's telling Hope, you're going to be healed. I just know it. Yeah, I do too. So many of you are saying that you love Sundays too. I know there's just something about a Sunday. When I was a kid, I loved Sundays because I knew the next day I was going to go back to school. But I just loved staying in bed, pulling the covers up and just snuggling in and staying in bed late. And I thought about that this morning. After the alarm woke me up, I thought, I don't have to be up just yet. I can snuggle back in. And so I did. I just pulled the covers back up and snuggled back into bed. it felt so good, and it reminded me of when I was a kid and just doing that. You know, I didn't have to be up. I didn't have to go to school. I didn't have things that were on my have to list. So I would just snuggle back in. And then I had the brothers that didn't want me to sleep. So they would come and pour ice water on my toes. That was no fun. My brothers were pranksters. Y'all think I'm a prankster. They did so many pranks while I was a kid, and had to always be on my toes to be one step ahead of them and not be drenched with ice water while I was in bed sleeping. Okay, what else we got? Kathy says Sundays go too fast for me. Then it's another work week. Yeah, so Sunday's your day off. And I know you worked yesterday on Saturday, but do you normally have a weekend, Kathy, that you're not in the lab? I hope you do. I hope you're able to take a break, because I know you have a stressful job and a very important job. And thank you for what you do. Thank you for your work on the front line. And you're just a blessing to this world. Y'all have the angels that you're saying goodbye to tonight. I would love to hear angel stories. I'd love to hear if there was anything that happened, any little miracles, big miracles. All miracles are the same size, but don't we love to hear about the blessings that the angels bring in? So if anybody wants to share any angel story, anything that happened while they were there, just type it in. I would love to have people come on with me. I've got Stacy coming on. I believe it was Tuesday. Stacy, we said that you're going to come on with us in the morning, and we're going to talk about some things. I'm hoping I got that right. Okay, what else we got? Hope says, has my supply arrived as yet? No, it hasn't, Hope. It's not here yet. Is it coming to Ruth's house? Is that where you sent it to? Because she'll bring it over to me as soon as it gets here. And I'm sure it will be here in time before I leave Colorado. Jean says, I loved Sundays as an adult because I could sleep as late as I wanted. I've done that. I've stayed in and just made it a lazy day, maybe grab a book and stay under the covers and just read or turn some YouTubes on. That's one of my favorite things to do on Sundays. I just listen to some inspirational YouTubes or some chanting or beautiful music. One of my favorite genres of music is the blues, like the old blues. And I would put that on sometimes in the morning and just drift, just with that music. It just takes you to a really beautiful place. So what's your favorite thing to do as you're snuggled there under the covers? If you're not sleeping, do you read? Do you meditate or listen maybe to the sounds of nature? I've done that before too. Just lay there and listen to the birds sing. I just love relaxing on a Sunday morning. It's a beautiful, beautiful time to just drift away and just enjoy life. Hope you did that this morning. Love to snuggle back down for an extra 20 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. Good morning on Periscope to Neptune. Kathy says, yes, it's a government lab, so normally I do not work weekends or holidays. Saturday was just a special case. Well, I'm glad you have today off. That's a beautiful thing. And Kathy, I know you'll be saying goodbye to your angels. I think I texted everybody that has the angels and let you know where to send them. We have a few people that are taking them on the 18th. And then there's another influx of angels on the 20th for people that are going to have them over the holiday, over Christmas. And I've got the list going. So right now, I think we have, let me see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that are going to have the angels over the holidays. And that'll be great. You'll say goodbye to them on Christmas night. And Stacy, yes, it is Tuesday that Stacy will co-host this show with me. And we're going to talk about some things and bring the family in for a family meeting. Who are we missing? We're missing some people on here. Let's get them in. Come on, let's call the peas into the pod. We're missing our Sally. We're missing Linda Lemieux. We are missing, who else? Erica, Charlie. Let's get the family in here. Where are you all? Hello, hello. I don't know if any of you remember Laugh-In, the sitcom Laugh-In from way back in the day. But there was, is it Ruth Buzzy, I think is her name. And she did the telephone operator, and it was 1 ringy dingy, 2 ringy dingies. Let's ring up our peas and tell them to get in here. Okay, so Leo, good morning to you. And Leo says, oh, the angel visit, too many blessings to type, too many. I'd have to write a book about it. Well, they are such a delight to have for those 5 days. I love being in their energy and just sitting with them. I went through some really heavy stuff this week, and those angels are what got me through it. I wasn't doing the ritual, but I certainly know that I can call on them at any time. And they're the ones that came in and inspired me in the way that I dealt with my emotions and the way I released the things that I needed to release to move forward. There's a lot going on right now, a lot of energy shifts from beyond, from the stars and the planets and the moon. But there's also a lot of energy shift within each of us because of this new age that we're going into. We're going into the age of Aquarius. We're coming up on the winter solstice in 8 days. So there's going to be a change. There's going to be a shift. Things won't be the same anymore. And we're going to be realizing that pretty soon. We're going to be really experiencing it to a big level. There's our Sally. It worked. We called her in. Who else can we call in here? How about our Marietta? Come on, you guys. Help me call them in. Stacy says she likes jazz. I like jazz for a bit, and then I get bored with it. So it's not my favorite music. I love like Kenny G, that kind of jazz, but I love the blues. I don't know. There's just something about the blues that just takes you to a whole other place. I hope your favorite thing to do when you're snuggled in on a Sunday morning is to listen to a lesson from Abraham Hicks. I like that too. Sometimes I'll just put some of their teachings on and just let it flow. Deirdre, suck it to me. Ruth Buzzy, I just loved her in that sitcom. She was really one of the most unique characters on there. And I forget the little guy. There was her and this little guy that wore the round glasses. I can't remember his name, but the two of them together was just hilarious. Kathy says, Sally told me in a card reading the other night that Archangel Michael is the one working with me and protecting me, and that my husband has audio clairvoyance, and I have visual clairvoyance. Okay, so he has clairaudience, and you have clairvoyance. So he hears the voices telling him, and I can see them. but only if we truly feel that way. Yeah, I know. We all have the gifts. We all have them. It's opening up to them and developing them. And if you focus on one over the others, then you'll develop that one more. That's just the way it works and the way it happens. And I love it. And and I think that's so true, Kathy. You do have the clairvoyance. And I love that we all are discovering more about ourselves, more about our gifts, and how we can use those to help others and to help those in the world. Isabel loves enjoying sleeping in and listening to videos, inspiring ones, and music. Love not having anything to do when it is possible. I'm the same way, Isabel. Yeah, if I can just lay there and meditate or just drift off listening to beautiful music, then I do that. And we should treat ourselves every so often, just with nothing to do, right? Just have that time to ourselves for our bodies, our minds, our souls to just rest, to just be, to not have to do anything. I love that. Kathy says, I'm going to listen to her reading again because it was spot on for me, Bob, and son Colin. Sally is amazing. She has amazing gifts. And I'm so glad that you got a reading from her, Kathy. I know you had asked for one before Sally did them. And I wish that I could have been there, but I had an appointment and I didn't make it back in time. The term about being able to hear voices, clairaudience, is what the official term is. And Sally says, mine is blues and oldies for relaxing times and alternative for painting. I love listening to the blues and the oldies. And sometimes I'll just put YouTube on and just let it keep rolling. Just let the music keep playing through the playlist, and whatever comes up, comes up. And sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised at what comes on. And the songs that come on are sometimes there's messages in there. I feel like there's things that our loved ones are able to put on so that we can hear and remember them, remember times with them or times in childhood. So yeah, I like that. I love music myself. Music is the universal language. So when we're listening to music, it's something that is known everywhere, that we all can hear that. Maybe there's a song that will help with the pandemic. We need a pandemic song that will put good energy forward, put some positive vibes out into our world that everybody in the world will listen to. Kind of like when we had We Are the World. I love that song. And it was made for a specific purpose. So maybe we should be playing that song more, We Are the World, and just get into the energy of the oneness of all of us. So what song would you pick if there was a song during this time of lockdown and isolation? What song would you want to have everybody in the world listening to raise the vibration, to let everybody know that they're connected, that we're all the same. We're all going through this together. There's nobody that's more special or more worse off than anybody else because it hit all of us at the same time. And I think that would be my song, We Are the World. Kathy says, Artie Johnson, that was his name. Ruth Buzzy and Artie Johnson, they were hilarious together. And I think I need to watch some reruns of that just for the laughter and to raise my vibration. That would be awesome. Kathy says, I'm kind of new to these gifts and correct terminology. It's okay. We don't, it's us humans that put labels on things and name them things. You don't have to know the exact name, just, you know what it is and you know how it functions. And that's all that's important. Erica, good morning, sweet pea. I hope you're doing well, Erica. And Jean Lorio says, Artie Johnson, we think, was the name of the little guy with Ruth Buzzy. Yeah, it was. And they were so fun together. I think I need to have a laugh-in marathon because I loved that show so much. It was silly, it was innocent fun, and it just made you couldn't help but laugh. You laughed at Laugh-In because it was just that fun. And you wanted to be there. You wanted to be one of those people having fun together, right? That's how I was. I'm like, I just want to be there with them. Stacy says, when I was a kid, my dad would play Patsy Cline on Sunday mornings or Saturday night if he was having some brew. I love my Patsy Cline. Yeah, if I had to pick a favorite of all time country singer, it would be Patsy Cline. And then going back old would be Hank Williams Sr. Those are my two that are, if I had to say, yeah, they were my favorite. I mean, I love the newer artists. I love throughout the years the country artists that have come up, but those would be my two go-tos. Sally says, me too. I discovered Neil Young, and he is my go-to for all things. Oh, loved Neil Young. I loved his music. Jean says, when I'm cleaning house, I listen to music from the 60s. Yay, we can listen to that together, Jean. I'll help you clean even. Leo says, I wrote and recorded a pandemic song, but it's hip hop. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with hip hop. And he says, it's called Everybody Bleeds Red. Oh, I love that. I love that, Leo. I'd love to hear that song. I'd love to see what the words are to your song. Maybe you can come on and sing it to us. That would be awesome. Sally says, Rainbow Connection, sung by none other than Kermit the Frog. Yeah, I like that too. Isabel said, two birds visited me in the backyard and kept my attention by singing another day, two ducks on the way to work, waiting at the sidewalk. So a set of two has been a repetition on my experience these days. I love that too, togetherness. Yeah, they're telling you you're not alone. You are not alone. None of us are. We're really not alone. There's sometimes when you might be by yourself, but you're not alone because you're constantly surrounded by angels and by the love of those that are here that you come in to see every morning. We have this morning meeting and you all show up for each other and you share love with each other. And we find out how everybody's doing. If somebody has a burden, which reminds me, Sally, any news yet on that baby? We want that baby boy to arrive and for all of us to be able to ooh and ah over the pictures, right? So just tell us any good news you got, and we would love to be celebrating. My sister Billy is here. Good morning, Billy. Billy, I love you so much. Billy put me on her app on her phone that keeps track of the family movement. So if we're out and about, we know where everybody's at. And it goes off. It gives a little alarm when somebody's on the move. So I knew Billy had shared with us that they've all been exposed to the virus. So they're pretty much in quarantine and not going out and about. So yesterday, the alarm went off and I thought, who's moving? So I clicked in and saw that one of my nieces, or my great niece, was on the move. So I texted Billy, where is she going? So yeah, I'm playing Mama Hen right now and keeping track of you guys and hoping that everything is really good with you and good for you. and that nobody gets any of the symptoms from this virus that has intruded into your home. So, Billy, tell us some good news that everybody's okay right now. Isabel says she loves New Age music too. Awesome. Julie Kiss, good morning to you. Stacy listens to Alan Jackson when she cleans, and I love that mama music. I love Alan Jackson. Yeah, he's good stuff too. Sally says, I loved laughing when Ruth Buzzy in the big chair. Someone in our neighborhood built a big chair like that, and we are very good friends with the director of I Saw the Light, the story of Hank Williams Sr. She lives in town here, and I used to work for her. Oh my goodness. How awesome. Yeah, I love that big chair. My name is Edith Ann. When Ruth and I went up to Snowmass, they have this huge chair like that. I mean, it's really, really big chair sitting out. And you can sit in the chair and you have the mountain range behind you. I wanted to sit in the chair and have my picture taken. I think Ruth might have taken one of me standing beside the chair, but I didn't sit in it. But I love that skit. My name is Edith Ann. And Kathy says, I'm a product of the 80s when it comes to music. New wave like In Excess, Blondie, The Cars. Now I mainly listen to alternative like U2, Linkin Park, and Blink 182, and Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, I know all of those, believe it or not. No baby yet. Oh my goodness, Sally. I know Tony gave her a pregnancy massage. I was sure that was going to do the trick. So is it, Sally, is it overdue or is it time for the delivery? Tell us the situation so we know how to pray for this little baby and to lift him up, to get him here into the world. And Billy says, we are all okay so far. Well, let's keep it that way. We're going to keep you on our prayer list and in our prayer chain and definitely get good stuff going your way. Carol says, I listen to 80s music. Takes me back to good times when I danced a lot. Yeah, the 80s music has a lot of great dance stuff in it, doesn't it? I watched The Prom last night. Have any of you seen that movie? It's on Netflix. And I had seen the previews. I had turned on something on Netflix. I saw the previews to The Prom. And I thought, that's interesting. There's a lot of great actors in there. And I love James Corden. I just think he's hilarious. But I didn't watch it. And then last night on Chanting, Karen said she had watched it and she said it was amazing. So I actually turned it on after Chanting last night and watched The Prom, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I watched that. I think any movie with a message is really good for us to support. And the message behind The Prom is all about discrimination and, people that just shut out and ban something just because, because they don't agree with it. So in this case, it's based on not just one true story, from what I understand. It's a combination of stories from around the country where the gay community has just been so put down, and we don't agree with you, so we're not going to allow you to participate in the things we participate in. So I do not like discrimination of any kind, and so I'm happy to support by watching that movie because I liked it. It was fun. The characters in it just made it fun. Nicole Kidman, James Corden, Meryl Streep. Yeah, there were some amazing actors that came on in that movie. Good morning, Raymond Smith on Periscope. I'm good, Raymond. I hope you're doing well on this Sunday morning. And Kathy said that her dad always watched, is it Laugh-In that we're talking about? I think my dad always watched it along with Hee Haw. He loved those short skits and shorts and crop tops, I'm sure. The Daisy May look. Isabel says, I Am a Dreamer by Supertramp. Oh, I love that song too. And Sally said, Prince is even a good choice, or Chris Stapleton. Yeah, Prince would be a really good choice for a pandemic song. All right, so Julie says, I would love to put my daughter Christian on the prayer list for December 18th for her surgery at 8 a.m. Thank you all so very much. Julie, let me see if I have something to write with, and I can go in after the show and put her on that list. We do have a list, and you all have total access to it. You can add to the list anything that you want to put on there. So Julie Kiss, your daughter is Kristen for 12/18 at 8 a.m. surgery. Okay, I will put that on the list for you. If you don't have access to the list, just let me know and I'll make sure that I send you an email, and then you can go in at any time and place names on the list and the date, the time, if you know it, of when we can lift you up and send healing energy to whoever it is. And Kathy, you're surprised that I know of Machine Gun Kelly. I listen to all kinds of music. The only music that I don't really get along with is opera. And I have nothing against opera. I think it's great for those who love it. I just don't happen to love it. But I do like everything else pretty much. Well, I say everything else. I don't like the rap that's disgusting, let's put it that way. The rap that's disrespectful. I do have friends that do rap. I know two people that are rap artists, and I love their music. One of them, especially Luke Bryan Smith, you all may be familiar with Luke. He has the most inspiring music in his rap music, and it's just amazing the things that he puts in his songs that are uplifting, that we can really get into the energy of being grateful. That's his kick, is great gratitude. So gratitude goes into almost everything that he does in his music. Okay, so Stacy says, Leo Harley, I love Machine Gun Kelly, and as well as all of them. And we thought by Saturday he would make his arrival, Sally says, but I'm still empty-handed and he's not due until tomorrow. Well, let's all pray for tomorrow for that baby to arrive. Okay, and Stacy's off to the beach. Stacy, stay warm and enjoy that time at the beach and that fresh air. Enjoy that ocean for me, because I miss the ocean. Okay, and Isabel loves the 80s also. Sally, yes, Sally, the movie is called The Prom. It's on Netflix. Or not The Prom, it's just called Prom on the Netflix. And I really do want to give a shout out to that movie. They did a good job. And Leo says, y'all should listen to Leo's music when I release them. We will, Leo. We're waiting. We're all waiting patiently for that music to be released so we can listen to it. All right. So Sally says, in our almost 24 years together, we have endured more attacks from our own families than strangers. Sad but true that people still are so judgmental in today's times. I know, Sally, it's really a sad thing that happens with discrimination and people that are bullied because of their lifestyle or the choices that we make about our life. You know, we really do get a bad rap when we step outside of the norm, don't we? So, yeah, sorry that has happened. You know you're loved here. You know that you are very accepted and welcome in this family. Anybody is, no matter what your your beliefs or your way of being. We just accept you just as you are. And let's see, Sally says, oh, my favorite opera singer is Andrea Bocelli. Opera singer, not opera singer. Don't you love autocorrect? Yes, Andrea Bocelli. The song The Prayer that he does, is it with Josh Graben? I can't remember who he sings that with. There's somebody he sings The Prayer with. That's just amazing. And he also sings with, oh gosh, I can see his face. He's got red hair. Ed Sheeran. They do something together that's just amazing also. Okay, Julie says, I understand family abuse all too well. We are above that wrong way of thinking. Families have a lot to learn. Yeah. And we've chosen to be a family together here, haven't we? So this family is all about acceptance and love, no matter what. Let's go ahead and do our prayers because I just looked at the time. Oh my goodness. Okay. So if anybody has prayer requests, go ahead and put them in. We're going to pray for that baby's arrival tomorrow. And we're going to lift up Julie's daughter, Kristen, and anybody else. My sister Billy, your whole family, we're putting in there. So yeah, let's just place each other in the circle today and lift you all up in prayer. And pray for those family members that are in here. I haven't seen our Charlie. I saw Erica, but not Charlie yet. Okay, what else we got? And Kathy says, my husband and I watched a different version of Overboard. It was really good. Yeah, I liked that remake of Overboard. That was fun. That was a really good one. Yes, Andrea Bocelli's voice is amazing. Deirdre says, Rise Up is my favorite pandemic song. Okay. And Sally says, I feel the acceptance here, no judgments ever, and there never will be. This show is positive and uplifting. And we've talked before about when other energy tries to come in and invade our space, it just goes. It's not tolerated here in this environment. It's all about love, and that's all we want. And that vibration is what is here and what will stay here. And hi, Luz. She says, for everyone in here that needs prayer, Ismael and my sister and mother-in-law. And Deirdre's saying prayers for Hope and Tony's healing, for Gaia, and for world peace. Oh, you're so welcome, Billy. And let's please also keep my brother and Billy's brother, Gary, in our prayers. Gary just had a car accident recently, and he's a little shook up from it. But more than that, he's without a vehicle right now. And wintertime is not a good time to be without a vehicle. So let's please lift him up, lift his emotional state up for sure. He's okay physically, but going through a lot of emotions with that car accident that he had. And Hope says, have always known that I am clairaudient, but was confirmed twice in the last week from Sally and Ali O'Shea. And yesterday, a friend of mine said I should listen to binary beats to help quiet my mind so I could hear the spirits. So I thought I'd share. I love listening to those binary beats. Sometimes I just put those on in the background and go about whatever I'm doing. Sometimes I'll just sit and close my eyes and listen to them. So if you all are not sure what that is, just go onto YouTube and search for binary beats, and you'll find a whole slew of different frequencies that you can listen to. Julie says prayers for Billy and her family, prayers for my family as well, and may God bless us all. And Isabel says, Sally, don't worry, let it go, because many, if not most families, are discrimination for all kinds of things. I always felt an outsider too, and didn't make big choices differently. And Hope says, Sally and Tony, we as your family see the love you have for each other. Keep on, keeping on. Yeah, I've seen it in person, and I know that there is so much love there. And you're just beautiful people. That's all, just beautiful people. And aren't we all? We all are just magnificent in our spiritual being selves. So just keep it on, keep it on. And Sally says, prayers for tolerance within all people everywhere, for all of our highest good to be seen and felt soon, and for love to abound throughout the universe. Yeah, beautiful. Stephanie Brown, good morning to you. And Kathy Hand, the song is I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. The virus can push as much as it wants, but I won't back down or give up. Prayers for all affected by it, prayers of healing and peace on earth. Thank you. Hadni Fayez, good morning to you. And he or she, I'm not sure, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with you, says yoga and meditation, true healing, love listening to you. Thank you. And Sally says, I've already cut many out who are not supportive or loving. Good for you. We don't have to stay in that vibration. And Sally says, you are going to make me cry, but good tears. That's okay. Tears are release. It's releasing emotions. It's releasing anything that that comes up inside of us. And sometimes when we have those good tears, we feel so awesome afterward, don't we? When we know that we're loved, and that love just kind of boils up and out of us. And Billy says, praying for you, sis. I love you. I love you too, Billy, and thank you. Thank you for the prayers. And please remember me this week as I prepare to go on with the journey, leaving Colorado and moving on to the next phase. So I'm ready. I'm mentally and emotionally ready for it. It's going to be hard leaving some of the people here that I'm so close to, but I know that they'll be with me. And maybe they'll just come out and see me wherever I'm at. Okay, what else we got? Christina, prayers for peace, compassion, and love to envelop our world and beyond. Thank you, my darling Christina, who will be my co-host tomorrow when we do the show on Angel Wings at 5 Eastern Time. Christina will be there helping me to share the angel energy. So y'all tune in tomorrow. And Sally says, I feel a Tom Petty morning coming on. I love that. Isabel says, prayers for all of us, our soul's family, prayers for our planet and for peace on earth, prayers for healing and spiritual growth to all humanity. And Hope says, prayers for the entire Angelic River family. May they continue to be blessed with abundance of health and wealth. Prayers for you, Teri, especially during this time. May we continue to lift you up as you know that you are truly loved by us. I sure do. Thank you, Hope, for those words. And Kathy is saying to Sally, we love you and you are beautiful inside and out. Yes, you are. And Sally says, yes, but I am at work. And unless the public wants to be greeted by Ozzy Osbourne or Alice Cooper, I better not cry now. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. So let's do our meditation together. It'll be very short because we ran over time. And that's why I switched to this channel, because I know that on here, there's nothing that comes on right after this show. And so we're going to go into meditation after Jean's prayer. I love Jean's prayers in the morning. Prayers that the whole world wake up to the beauty of love and forget judgment. Prayers for all who are suffering because of illness or sorrow or fear of the future. Prayers for our families, physical and spiritual beings. Thank you, Jean. And Isabel, prayers for you, Teri, and your beautiful journey. It's our beautiful journey. We're on this together. It's our journey of healing. And there's so much healing that has taken place already through this journey. I have to tell you all, I'm still doing some private sessions as I'm going through the country. And I did one yesterday that just blew me away with the results that I was told about from the healing that I did. Or I didn't do it, but I facilitated. And a miracle happened, a miracle that was life-changing. So whenever you think that you're not making a difference in the world, just do what you're doing. Just love, just send love. Allow the angels to work through you. Allow Spirit to use you as a conduit, and just watch those miracles start to roll in. When I hear about miracle, and it was a true miracle, when I hear about things that happen that wouldn't have otherwise happened the way they did, it just lifts my heart. It solidifies my belief that I'm on the right track, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, that I'm where I'm supposed to be. And when a miracle happens, it's all glory to God. It happened because of Spirit, because that person was lifted up and cleared anything that was holding them down. So let's go into our meditation time with that on our mind, that miracles do still happen. They happen every day. They happen in big ways, they happen in little ways, but they do happen. So let's go into it with trust and belief and holding each other up. That's what we're here for, just to love. We're not here for any controversy or anything that's unlike love. There's no prejudice here. There's no judgment. There's only love. So let's hold that energy in our hearts. Just breathe right into that heart space. Open up to possibilities. Open up to what can happen if you lose all of those things that are holding you down, whatever you're tethered by, whether that's anger, fear, resentment, guilt, shame, blame, whatever low vibration energy that you have swirling around you. Once you release the ties to that energy, you soar. Your spirit soars, your emotions soar. You find yourself in a totally different place, a totally different mindset, because you know that anything is possible. You are unlimited. The only limit that any of us have is what we place on ourselves. If we think we can't, we can't. It's that simple. If you say those words, I can't, you're really saying, I choose not to. And that's a choice that you make. We make choices every day. What kind of choices are you making on this beautiful day? What kind of choices are you making for your week that's coming up for you? I choose love. I choose joy. I choose to have the very best experience I can have in this lifetime. That's my choice. And yes, life will throw lemons. Life will throw those roadblocks. But you know what? Nobody's exempt from that. We all are here for the contrast. We all are here to see what lessons we're here for and how we respond and react to those roadblocks, to that lemon that's thrown our way. Something didn't go right. Something didn't go the way we expected it. How do we deal with that? How do we answer that? What choice will I make? That's your question. What choice will I make when something comes my way that's not what I expected or not what I wanted? It's not happening the way I think it should happen. I encourage you to step back. Just take a step back and be the observer. If you can do that, if you can get out of the mindset of it has to happen this way or it has to look like this, and be open to possibilities, open up to what can happen, then you're halfway there. You're halfway to winning that battle of being exactly who you came here to be, experiencing the lessons you came here to experience. And the choices that you make will determine if you're going to go through that lesson with ease and grace, or are you going to go through it kicking and screaming? It's your choice. We make decisions every moment of our life. What decision are you making today about your life? Is it going to be one where you choose happiness, where you choose to let the little things be little things, to not stress over everything that comes your way, but to step back and look at it and look at possibilities? What would be possible if I go this route, if I make this decision, if I choose to just accept, align, and allow with my own beautiful spiritual self? The world may look a whole lot different. Dr. Wayne Dyer taught us when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. And we're only going to change the way we look at them if we allow ourselves that time to do that. If we step away and we say, let me just look at that for a minute. Let me look at possibilities. What if I did this? And you can go into what ifs. What if I really just let it go? All of that stuff that's so heavy inside of me, the anger, the grief, the sadness, the isolation. What if I just let it go? What would happen? Let's do that for a moment. What is it that you would like to see changed in your life? What is it that you would like to experience just a little differently with more ease and grace? Just do a what if. What if I let it go? What are the possibilities that might happen? Just see if your spirit feels a little bit lighter, if the world looks a little brighter, because you chose to look at it differently. You chose to look at possibilities instead of impossibilities. What if we love this virus? What if we send love into it instead of hate? What if we say it's energy? This is energy in our world, and I'm just going to love it away. I'm just going to say, I'm not afraid of you. I respect that you're here. Thank you for being energy. Thank you for being in existence. And I'm just lovingly sending you away. I'm calling in all the powers that be, the angels, Saint Germain with the violet flame. And we're sending you away with love. There's no resistance. There's no force. There's just love. What if we lived in a world where we did that with everything in our world? Everything. There was no hatred. There was no fighting or conflict. There was only love. Let's envision a world like that, where we can all get along and we can all lift each other. What a beautiful thought. Like the song, Imagine. Imagine all the people living in the world today just wanting the very best for each other. So what if you let go right now of those things, the things you're holding on to, things you're holding so close to you and saying, I can't let it go. You're choosing not to let it go. What if you laid it down? Just lay down whatever that burden is and watch your soul start to soar. And let's soar together. Let's lift up together. Let's share some love. I love you all so much. And every morning we come together and we share love. So let's do that now. On the count of 3, you're just going to hold one person and you're just going to say thank you. I love you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in my life and in each other's life. You are beautiful. Enjoy that beauty that's inside of you. Enjoy this beautiful day that's been given. And let's make a beautiful week out of it. This is the start. You started it off together. You started it off in love. And let's continue that love flowing as we go along. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just reading your beautiful words. Thank you for being here. Christina, thank you. I love you. I welcome the miracles, possibilities, and love with open arms, heart, and mind. And so it is. And so it is, my friends. This morning, we will be doing a silent meditation at 11 Eastern. I hope you all can join in. Ruth will be here with me. We'll be meditating together and seeing what beautiful energy comes through and what beautiful messages come through for all of us. I love you. Enjoy your day. And thank you, Deirdre, and to Leo, and to Luz. I see you all typing in our ending words. That I just love this word so much. I love the meaning of the word, which is the spirit that's in me. It's the very same as that spirit that's in you. I see it, I honor it, I recognize it, and I love it. Namaste, y'all. I'll see you later.